Hey guys, I wanted to talk about this product that we saw at SEMA 2022 that we became a dealer for because I was just so impressed by this whole packaging here. So, firstly, this is, as you can tell, this is made by ACES, ACES Fuel Injection. This is their Jackpot EFI ECU. And I think you guys are going to be pretty impressed with this one. So what this is, stickers, keychain, instruction manual. So what this is this is a standalone ECU. Okay, this is actually geared towards the GM LS cars. As you guys may know, if y'all dealt with me before in business, is that I actually do not do a lot of LS swaps. You know, our main bread and butter is Japanese stuff, but this I thought was really cool, and the pricing, which we'll get to later, it's hard to beat this as a package. So firstly, as you guys can see, we are going to see that there's a complete harness here, right? So this version of the ECU is for a cable manual car. So it doesn't support drive-by-wire and it doesn't support auto trans. So looking at this harness, it's pretty decently well made. It's got all your basic connectors here for the GM stuff. Our coil harness here. The cool thing about this is that depending on the year of the GM, there's two different crank sensors, and this actually supports both. It's just a matter of changing in the software. So the really cool thing about this is that it's geared really towards swaps, in my opinion, because look how simple it is to power this thing on. You've got battery positive, battery negative, your fuel pump positive, and your ignition key. That's literally it. Of course, we've got the connectors, we've got relays on board, but I'm sure you guys don't care about that. Then coming to the ECU itself, the footprint's actually pretty small in this guy. It's all metal, has LEDs to power it up, so pretty cool stuff. Another big thing about this that I really like is that it does actually come with both 2 widebands, so one for each bank. And that's all included in the kit. It has these little clamp guys here. I'm not really a huge fan of these, just because if you guys know, is that any small exhaust leak is going to fluctuate in wideband readings. But you know, if you're gonna do this, if you're doing this in your garage, man, this is probably going to be the easiest way of doing things, and the quickest probably, especially if you don't have access to a welder or anyone who can come weld for you. So that works. But the real centerpiece of this is actually the display. So you've got a pretty nice size display here. It's just like any other display. You're going to see all your readings on this. It has 6 buttons on it. This version is not a touchscreen though. They do offer a larger display that does have a touchscreen. This one does not have it though. And it has your pretty generic cell phone mount for it. So, you know, mounting it's going to be a cinch. And then we've also got an onboard map/IAT sensor that's also given to you in the combo. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering what we're looking at pricing on this. Well, retail on this is, for this specific setup, is $900. So you get a standalone ECU, a display, a swap harness, ready to go for $900. Now, I know a lot of guys are going to say, oh, well, I can take the harness and make it myself, and that's fine. You know, if that's the case, this is definitely not for you. You know, especially if you can do it yourself on HP tuners or whatever the case may be. A lot of guys don't have that ability to do so, and this probably makes a lot more sense. Just to give you guys an idea on a swap harness, so we sell wiring specialties. They make really great harnesses, but their harness is expensive. You're paying for what you're getting though. So their swap harness is anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500, right? But that only gives you just a swap harness. That's not going to give you anything else. You know, again, their product is really good, but for the price point, this is really hard to beat. I've played around with the software a little bit on my laptop. On the handheld display, there is some tuning. There's actually quite a bit of tuning that you can do on the display. Obviously, with a laptop, it's a lot easier, a lot faster, but it works. It does have closed loop, meaning that it will auto-tune over time, which is really cool. This is our first unit, so we haven't installed it, so I can't really tell you how I feel about the software just yet, but the software from what I've seen is pretty basic, and that's a good thing. There's not a lot of compensation tables. There is, but there's not crazy compensations, and if you're looking to get into tuning, this may be a good place to start. Is it the best overall in my opinion? It's so-so. Will it do what it should do? Yeah, for sure. Especially for the price, it's hard to beat. But obviously, if you're looking to build something that's going to be crazy high horsepower, that's going to require a ton more safeties, this may not be the setup. Now, time will tell, and we'll put that up in another video once we actually install this and check it out and actually use it. That may change, but what I see so far, especially for the price point, is really good. Again, this setup, again, is for a drive-by cable manual transmission car. And again, it only retails $900. They do have a different model. If you guys look here, you'll see that there's the connector for the 4L60 here. They do have a model that ECU that does drive-by wire and auto trans. It is a bit more in pricing, but the software is the same. And this is actually the same harness, as you can tell. So they sell the same harness. I don't know if you're able to just swap out the package, meaning like if you have the Jackpot ECU, if you can move over to their higher end ECU. That I don't know yet, but you know, like I said, I'm pretty impressed, especially for the price point, and I can't wait to actually get this on a car and play around with it. Alright guys, I just wanted to wrap up this video here. Just want to show y'all we have the wire stripped. Again, it's a 3-wire connection. We've got battery power plus ignition and battery negative here on our jump box. And so we're going to flip this switch and see how long it takes to boot. Alright, we've got relays clicking, and there we go. So this is the display here. So it's going to show our fan outputs and our fuel pump when that stuff is running. So this is the first time I've actually played with this, so bear with me a little bit here. So let's go into tuning, take fuel, let's check the basics for now. Okay, so yeah, pretty straightforward here. So we've got air fuel targets, cruise targets, wide open throttle targets, cylinder correction. Let's check out our ignition side of it. All right, so ignition advance, min, max. I mean, this thing's got nitrous control, launch control, gear upshift and downshift, I'm assuming for the auto trans, RPM limit, knock sensors. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, man. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of things here that can be done on the controller. I mean, all your idle control, startup, RPM. Let's see what advanced does. Okay, so you can actually change everything. And I do want to mention that earlier in the video, I did say that this was not touchscreen, and as you can see, I'm clearly wrong. So, which is a good thing. Okay, built-in logger on the display. Start wizard. Okay, make some changes here. TPS auto set. Cool. So there you have it. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what the display can do, how the ECU looks, how everything's powered up here. And the wiring is actually really simple. You've got the main ECU connector here, just like we talked about earlier, and then just this harness here that goes off into the main harness. So pretty simple, straightforward. The boot time is actually pretty quick, as you guys saw. We'll go ahead and shut this off and turn it on again just so you guys see. Hopefully y'all can hear me clicking over the jump box. So from cold boot, 5 seconds maybe? Probably not even that. So pretty cool here. Really like this setup. I wonder if we can change the display though. Oh, okay. So you can even set up your displays for multiple dashes, which is pretty cool. Let's see what dash 2 looks like. Oh, okay. Select and add a channel. Okay, that I'm not sure how it works just yet, but I'm sure we'll figure this out. Okay, so we can also check how everything is working when it does work. All right, so hopefully this works out pretty good. We should hopefully be installing this sooner than later on a customer's car. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. If you are interested in purchasing one, again, reach out to us, and hopefully we can get you going on something.